Well, we knew mutual friends for a long time, and I was in high school, and you were in high school at the time too. But by the time we got together, you'd already gone to college. But we met accidentally. I was going in a record store, and he was coming out of the record store, remember? And he was carrying a record, and in those days, you bought 45s, the little records, and you could play them in the store. If you liked them, you bought them. If you didn't, you could just leave them in the store. Well, he was carrying this record called Hold Your Hand.
By Don Cornell.
Yep, by Don Cornell. And he said it's going to be #1 on the hit parade. Okay, remember the hit parade? And I said, oh no, I've never even heard of that record. Remember, I never even heard of that. I said, I'll bet you 25 cents it's not going to be a hit.
While angels tell of love, don't break the spell of love. Hold my hand.
Well, he goes back to college, and sure enough, it became #1, remember? And so I sent him the quarter, but I sent it on top of a box of homemade chocolate chip cookies. So then he had to come and thank me, remember? Yeah. December 19th, 1954. I remember that was the first time you kissed me, I think, even. And that's when it started, right? That's probably when we fell in love. The reason I think I fell in love with you, well, you were really cute, but you were really nice.
I was what?
Real nice.
Oh, well, thank you. I was nice.
So that, and I think that was, but we were very young, and we did marry very young. I was 19 and he was 22. It was, I think, 102 that day in Chicago. It was very hot. And we were married in the church, and the reception was at our home. We didn't always have receptions at big places then. I needed a wedding dress, so I made it myself. And it cost me $25 to make that wedding dress. We, of course, we were very poor then, so we spent the weekend at a fancy hotel on the north side of Chicago. Yeah. And
Rain on the Lake.
Yep, which is now gone.
It's not there anymore.
Right.
But it was right on the lake.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Very nice. But in the rest of our life, we did do a lot of traveling. So as we
went to Singapore
and I went to Hong Kong, Switzerland, Germany, Paris, Rome.
I won trips from
through
Allstate
too.
You know, from doing things.
But then we also just went on our own, remember?
Yeah. I worked for Allstate for 40 years.
So you were just starting to work for them.
And one day I came home and she says, "You're not making enough money." And so I went back to the guy I knew best. He was a manager, and I says, "Bill, you have to get me into sales tomorrow."
Yeah, thank goodness he did.
And he says, "Well, I can't put you in tomorrow, but I'll put you in Monday." And then I went to a really great Sears store for 3 years.
And then you went to the home
office.
office.
Then I went to the home office as an
Allstate.
agent there. And heck, there's 5,000 people there.
Yeah. Well, we lived on the south side of Chicago. Chicago's very big. And all the Allstate offices were on the north side. And we lived there. And then we bought our first house in a suburb of Chicago. We were in Chicago until 20 years ago. In 1999, we moved down here to Fort Myers. And we have lived here now for 11 years.
Yeah, this is a nice place. Have there been any sad times?
Do we have sad times? There's always sad times, honey.
Well,
but
I
we
know.
forget the sad times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were lucky. Our kids were all healthy, and
Yes. Yes.
our
And
grandkids were healthy and happy.
when we look back, we had a very happy life.
Oh yeah,
Very.
I had a great life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. I'd do it all over again.